Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today we will be solving this easy problem of the day in LeetCode. Today is 22 January 2026. So this is the first part of the problem. The second part is very difficult, but you may give it a try maybe tomorrow. So um, and I guess you can read the problem statement. It's self-explanatory. Like we are given an array and then we have to find adjacent pair. So, okay, let me, go through the problem first. Um, we are given an array. We can perform the following operation any number of times. So we want to select the adjacent pair with minimum sum in nums. If multiple such pairs exist, choose the leftmost one. Okay. So read this problem carefully and try to come up with some observations. Okay. The second thing is we have to replace this pair with their sum. And how many operations, I mean, up till uh, what case the operations should be performed. We have to find the minimum number of operations which are needed to make the array non-decreasing. Okay. And they are given the non-decreasing definition. So, okay, the array is non-decreasing. Now there I have taken a sample array this here. Now if you see uh, there will be some element there will be some cases where A3 was greater than A4, but the expected thing was it should be less than equal to A4, right? This was expected, but this was not there. Now what should you do? You let's say this was true for this as well, this was true for this as well, but just because of this pair this array is not a non-decreasing. Okay, so we want to eliminate this. Now you have to focus on the operation being performed. Read this statement carefully. You will get to know that there will always be a single such pair which satisfies this condition. Okay, this whole condition. And so we want to take the minimum one only. So if you, I mean, there will be only one pair. It can be anything. Like it can be this pair, it can be this pair, it can be this pair. Okay, so we want to see if I mean which pair is the smallest one. Okay, and we want to remove that pair. So what do you mean by removing that pair? Let's say this pair was I mean, okay, was the minimum one, like was pair with the minimum sum and it was the leftmost. Then we want to remove this pair and then add the elements, add the sum of them, right? So after this, what will be our array? Let me draw it. So our new array will be, if this was the pair which was minimum, whose sum was minimum and it was the leftmost one, our new array will be if even A2, this element will be A3 plus A4. This is a single element and this will be A5, A6. Now we will again check if this condition is satisfied or not. Like every element should be less than equal to. Okay, let me write it something. So this will be, let's say it's X, where X will be E3 plus A4. Okay, now this kind of problems are called as simulation problems. You might have known this term. So we call them simulation problems. So what is the definition of simulation problems, right? So we just have to, you know, do or implement what is said, what is given in the problem. Okay, just implement logically like what is asked in the problem. Okay, so Now, I guess as this is the case, it is more focused on implementation rather than logic. So we will go on to the implementation. Okay. It's all logical, so your code might differ from me. So it can be your logic, your way to implement this. But this was my way. So first of all, we want to, select, we take the size of the nums, then we define answer. Our answer is minimum operations required to, perform this task. Okay, to get the satisfactory array. Now, what I have done is it is while true. This is an infinite loop, so it will run infinitely. But there is a stopping condition for that, so don't worry. So first of all, what we will check here, I'm checking if the array is sorted, is non-decreasing. Okay, if it is non-decreasing, then I will stop. Yes, then stop. Okay, then stop the process or return the answer. Otherwise, perform the operations one at a time. So after each operation, before after checking if this is already sorted or not, sorted in non-decreasing order, we will, if it is not, we will perform only one operation of this kind. Okay, so we'll see how it is implemented. So first of all, we check if uh, nums of I minus 1, that means the previous element is greater than nums of I. So this is violation, right? So this is we call violation of the rule to make the array non-decreasing. This makes is no, this condition makes it increasing. Decreasing, not non-decreasing. Okay. This should be. Now, what we want to do is, uh, so first of all, I taken a flag, which will be false first. It is just to check if the array is already sorted or not in the expected manner. So if it remains false after this, okay, we can return our answer. This means that the array is already sorted. Uh, okay, let me write this if in this manner, right? We'll return our answer. Okay, and now to go further, uh, okay, we take a position, like we want to find out the leftmost, we want to perform the operation, right? If you are here, that means the array is unsatisfactory. That means we have to perform the operation. It implies we have to perform the. Now do the same task that is asked. Okay, select an adjacent pair, the minimum sum. Okay, so I have taken two variables. One is pose, it is for position. Maxi is for tracking the minimum sum, right? What is the minimum sum? Okay, so I take j is equals to 1, j less than nums dot size, j plus plus. Okay, remember that like it's starting from 1, not from 0, because we want the adjacent pair sum, right? So we will take sum of nums of j and nums of j minus 1. If it is less than maxi, if it is strictly less than maxi, then and then only we will change our position. The position will be j minus 1, because the pair will start from j minus 1, right? The adjacent, and then we will update the maxi. Like this is the actually this is not maxi, this is mini. Okay, so it should be, we want to find out the minimum sum, right? So okay, we got the we updated the mini. Okay, we update only and only when if it is strictly less than mini. Okay, if the current pair sum is strictly less than mini. Okay, if we right? Less than equal to, it will give us wrong answer because we want to choose the leftmost one. Okay, choose the leftmost one. Okay, it's told in the problem. Now we want to erase these two elements at j minus 1. Now if we are here, we want to erase elements at position j minus 1 and j. Okay, and after that we want to insert we want to insert their sum at uh, j minus 1 position, so which is stored in post. Okay, if you, this was the responsible code snippet for that. So now we erase, first of all, this is the inbuilt function in C++, used to, erase an element at position, you know, uh, pose. So here we are erasing the position element at position pose plus one. Okay, this is the syntax. To erase the element at pose position, we will erase that. Okay, so why the order is like this, right? Why we are erasing the pose plus one at the element first, and then after this we are erasing this, because if you do the other way, like if you erase this thing first, what will happen? Let's see. Okay, let's say I had 1 5 3 4. Okay, this was the minimum sum which is on the left and which is minimal, like this was the minimum pair, adjacent pairs. This was 2, but the leftmost was this. So our pose is pointing on the 3. Okay. So if it is pointing on 3, we want to erase 3 as well and 4 as well. So if you erase 3, what will happen? The other positions were stacked down, and the 4 will the position of 4 will change now by 1. So that's why, to avoid that discrepancy, what I am doing, to first of all erase this. Now this the position of 3 is not changed, so we can erase the pose there. So that's why I have erased pose plus 1 first and then pose. Okay, not instead of erasing pose plus pose first and then pose plus 1. Okay, and then we have to uh, insert the element which is their sum, which is stored in mini. Okay, at the position post. So here simple syntax is nums dot. Okay, now as we have performed this operation, we will do answer plus plus. And if we if we get our arrays sorted, we are simply returning the answer. Okay, and if at last just returning 0 for safety. Okay, we can even submit that, or the other way to most of the people get confused is like here I can just store my I have my answer, right? Here I can break the loop, which was infinite, right? I can break the loop, and here then I can return answer. Okay, instead of doing that. Now if you run it, it will execute the same way. And I guess that's it. Thank you so much.